Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're going to go through my Foggy teams. So this should come out on Sunday, but if you are members only or members first, you should get this at the time that I upload it, which should be Friday night before Foggy starts. So if you are considering getting ahead on the competition, then I would suggest signing up for a membership where you'll get early access to a lot of the videos that I do post. So first things first, what buffs are there for this Foggy, and why do I only have 3 teams available, or 3 units available within this team? Well, these are the new rules. They were introduced last season, and it is for the second part of the season where we will have these rules specifically. So in the first 2 Foggy Colosseums, you will have access to 5 teams with 5 units on each, whereas in the second part of Foggy this season, potentially not next season, but this season specifically and last season, for the 2 final Foggies of this of the season, you will have access to, in the first team you will have 3 units, second team you will have 3 units, third and fourth team you will have 4 units, and then 5, 6 and 7 will be the full 5 units. Now there are also additional bonuses to take into consideration. The first one is when a stun effect is applied to either side, the number of stun stacks will be doubled. That means if you're using a relic like, for example, Excalibur, my Excalibur here has a 50% chance to randomly apply stun on 3 targets for 1 round, and grants the ally team 1 stack of crit rate boost, also energy cost to 80. Effectively, this stun will apply for 2 turns rather than 3. If you are using a unit like Telenas, for example, where's she got to? Oh, maybe using her. Yeah, good idea, me. But if you are using Telenas, she summons Lightning Orb, stuns all enemies for 1 round if she has 6 or more stacks of attack boost, and if she has 12 or more stacks of attack boost, applies stun on all enemies for 2 rounds. This goes up to 3 rounds, and the attack boost with 6 or more goes up to 2 rounds, so can be very effective, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. But for now, I'm going with a couple of these teams, so we'll start with the first one. It is 3 Strikers, 3 Valianters, 2 Royals, 1 Light Seeker, 1 Deviant, 1 Celestial. I'm not expecting altogether too much from this team. I want to see how it performs in my first match, and if it does well, that's absolutely fine. We'll crack on with this team. But it does comprise mainly of Nyx, Ra, and Atrops, the 3 strikers on the Valianters that you do want to run together. Ra is here in this single position because of the way I've set my hope tree. I do also have the full 5 in the hope tree, so let me just show that real quick. Let me jump in to my hope tree, and this is not bad. This is my hope tree build. I'll show the rest off in a bit, but as you can see, Clash Domain Enhance and Foggy Colosseum Enhance, this will change. So the Clash Domain Enhance will change over to the World Arena when the World Arena does start in a couple of days. But for now, loading it all into Foggy Colosseum. If I'm out of Foggy Colosseum, I can just switch those over, Foggy and World Arena. But as it stands at the moment, that is what I have mine in. So the first team, again, it's all strikers. Ra hopefully will soak up a lot of damage from the first couple of attacks. Considering that this second part, the passive, the Holy Shield effect is invalid for both sides. What this means is that the Holy Shields will be applied, so Ra will get those 2 stacks of Holy Shield at the start of battle, or at the start of each round, but then they will dissipate on enemy action. So it'll be like every single enemy has the ability to remove Holy Shields through the similar to the rune passive of Audrey, Katrina, Catherine, etc., etc. You will be able to get those removed right away, which is why we're going with Nyx. Unfortunately, Nyx has fallen out of favour quite heavily, and the reason for that is Holy Shields exist. So if the enemy has 10 stacks of Holy Shield, you're not getting through with Nyx. However, currently currently the Holy Shield cannot be, or is invalid. So Nyx is going to do direct damage to either shields, or she's going to do direct damage to HP, and also has a chance to do 10 times damage in PvP as well. Atrops here, very good combo with Ra. Ra allows for a duel on turn 2, which will allow Atrops, who will have the highest attack on the field, to, if we switch those around, Atrops will have the highest attack on the field. So effectively what that means is Atrops will cast her ultimate, then she'll cast her ultimate again, and then it will increase the team's increase the team's attack drastically, as well as the 3 strikers pumping the team up. Relics, I've gone for all Valiant's relics. You've got Death Scythe, you have the Mirror, and you have the Execution Blades as well. Primarily because these were the only ones that I didn't want to use on the rest of my teams. Again, we're testing this team out, and what I've done for even further consolidation of this stun effect is include at the start of battle applies stun to all enemies for 1 round. Now I believe this doesn't this stun effect applied to either side. It doesn't actually apply, or it doesn't apply twice. I think this just applies once, but we're going to test that out in the first round of this Foggy. Now, we'll move on to the second team. I have gone for an Avengers Phantoms lineup. We've got 3 Royals, 3 Phantoms, 3 Avengers, 2 Deviants, 1 Celestial. The reason that I'm putting Janna in this front slot is primarily because she will still populate these other slots. So the extra slot, for example, and these other 2 slots, Janna will bring in 3 strangers right at the start of battle. And it'll allow for more access to those death buffs that Janna gets. And as well, the Phantom synergy works very, very well. When paired with the Avengers and when paired with these death buffs as well. So the more units on the team that die, the stronger our team will become. And yeah, I just think that I think the Phantoms are gonna be really good, and as well the fact that we've got 3 empty slots will allow for Janna to do what she needs to do. Very, very strong. With regards to relics, I've gone for Chest, Sphere, and Hand of Tyr as well, primarily because it rhymes. No, because of the HP increase on death. So when a unit dies, you get stacks of HP increase. With this chest, you also gain healing with the sphere. So sphere will increase HP and provide healing. The chest will double the number of triggers. Unfortunately, it won't in this particular instance, but what it will do is instantly reduces relic energy of enemies by 40, which means that enemies won't proc as often, or at least the relics won't proc as often. So it is something to keep in mind. Now you also have Hand of Tyr, which will provide additional shielding, not holy shielding. Just a heads up, it will not provide additional holy shielding. Again, there are other relics that you could use, but for me, this is truly an Avengers relic and will remain an Avengers relic for the rest of the game. So we'll have a look at the artifact. Finally, it is HP. So at the start of each round, all allies restore 25% HP because there's no healer on this team. We are running 2 Deviants who will apply that leech effect, but realistically, we're not going to be healing altogether too much on this team, and we do want to survive for as long as possible. And that 25% healing is a very similar effect to the Mystifiers, and Mystifiers can be very strong when they do heal. So, bear with me. Sorry about that. Whenever I sit down for a video, there's always somebody who wants to come and interrupt me. This is my next team. It is Glorians. I have gone with 4 Glorians. I've gone with 3 Monarchs and Wu Zetian. The reason for that is survivability. The 3 Monarchs will allow for us to not get one shot, which is a really strong effect, especially considering there are no holy shields available for us. And also, you've got Wu Zetian's 75% damage reduction, which will further solidify the team here. Now, I've gone with Audrey in slot 1. Again, my slot 1 currently has max, has max HP increase of 500%. Slot 2, max HP of 500%. And we have slot 5, additional 250% damage boost. And then the other slots are reserved for the skill tree on that right hand side. But again, Lily and Leah going to complement Talinas very well. Hopefully we'll be able to get to enough attack stacks or boost our attack stacks high enough so that Talinas can stun on that first ultimate. It's going to be really powerful if she does get it off, and the reason for that is primarily because the stun is going to double, or the stun stack will be doubled. So even though we're going to stun for technically, I think the way that Taloness will work is that she will stun for 4 rounds if you've got 12 attack stacks. And if you've got 6 attack stacks or more, she's going to stun for 2 rounds. So just something to keep in mind there. Relics, we have gone for Spear. And the reason that we've gone for Spear is because of the shielding that it provides to Audrey. Audrey will dish that out to the rest of the team. You've got Sylvan's Shield, which will dish out even more healing to the even more shielding to the rest of the team. And then we've got damage prevention as well for 2 rounds, which will go directly onto Audrey. Hopefully, Audrey will be able to survive the damage that we do take for the rest of the team. Wuzatam will also provide a protect function as well. And now, finally, Artifact, we have gone for the first 3 rounds of battle. Allies take 50% less damage, just so we don't get one shot, and we have a chance to build up over the course of those 3 rounds. And again, it is primarily just for that reason, and that reason alone is that we want to survive for as long as possible with this team. So we jump into team 4, and I've gone for my Mystifiers on this team. We have 2 strikers, 2 protectors. We've got Lancelot, Gaia, Tsukiyomi, and Mulan. All of our 3 back row will be applying burn damage, very, very powerful. And then we've got let me just go through it. We've got 4 Mystifiers, 3 Orderlies, just in case you don't know. At the start of battle, increase the max HP of the hero in position 1. Increased amount is equal to 500% of the total HP of other allies. The reason that Lancelot is there is because when he does his basic attack, applies corrode to everybody. When he does his normal attack, applies corrode to everybody. And he is technically the weakest of these 3 units, primarily because he is a non-DD unit. So won't get the DD buffs, the Deviant buffs, the Celestial buffs, or the Royal buffs for that matter as well. Now we have gone for 3 of the probably best Mystifier artifacts. You've got your Underworld Key for the 100 Relic Energy. You have your Plague Bow, and then you've got your Knight's Edge as well. And then the 3 Royals on the back row, 2 Protectors in Gaia and Lancelot, and then 2 Strikers in the form of Tsukiyomi and Mulan. We've got 2 Celestials, Tsukiyomi and Mulan, once again, and then 1 Light Seeker in the form of Lancelot, 1 Deviant in the form of Gaia. And that's it really. Gone for Mystifier's increased damage, because Lancelot will also be doing the same, increasing that corrode damage, so hopefully we'll get a couple of one-shots with this particular build, and then we can burn them out after that as well. Tsukiyomi will be stealing attack and defense from enemies, based on the amount of corrodes that we've applied already. No corrode stack increase limit here, so no Emily on the team. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think with the addition of Mulan, should be absolutely fine and burn the enemies out and do as much damage as we possibly can in that first round. We'll move on to Team 5. We have a full spread of Ethereals for Team 5, including Elisha, Eudora, Karnak, Wukong, and Eloin. We do have 5 Royals on the team, 5 Ethereals. We have 3 Omniscients, which means that my Karnak's HP, and my Karnak does have the highest HP on the team. The rest of my units will get 500% of that, all allies will get 500% of that max HP. You've got 3 Celestials on the team in Karnak, Eloin, and Eudora, 2 Protectors in the form of Wukong and Karnak, and 2 Deviants in the form of Elisha and Wukong as well. So that is the team rounded up. You want Elisha to freeze as often as possible, or at least you want your team to crit, so Elisha's freeze passive can kick in. You want Eudora to do as much damage as possible, which is why she's in this slot 5. You've got Wukong, who's going to have his attack increased in that slot 3. Eloin to provide the I believe it's awaken function, so our team, if they get a crit, they have a chance to awaken, and as such they will get an additional 150%, and Karnak is here primarily for his healing, but he also does a bind function as well. I was very tempted to put Karnak in the slot 1 because of that bind, but I've only got him at half-half, so it's not guaranteed. It is what it is. Now, for relics, I've gone for the new relic. I do have the Sarcophagus, which applies the freezing points as well. Not got it to level 3, so won't be able to take advantage of those freezing points, but it is what it is. Now, I've got for Gourd as well. So Gourd will switch all of our positions, but double the number of buffs that we receive after Gourd has been cast. And then Demon Bane Whip as well. Every time we cast our relics, we'll get HP increases. Pairs very nicely alongside Elisha, who every time we get a crit will increase our attack and HP. Every time a unit takes action, why she's going to be doing more and more damage and building up, which is why I've got her in this position 5, so she can survive for long enough. Now, standard, I've gone for all allies increase max HP by 100%. If you have been playing this game at any for any length of time, you know that Ethereals can be quite squishy, but the more HP they have, the better off they'll be. So we're getting an additional 100% HP just to survive the first 2 rounds, or at least until Eudora gets 2 of her ultimates off. And then once Eudora has 2 of her ultimates off, that's when we're going to start to see our HP skyrocket and our attack skyrocket as well. So really important for us to survive, which is why the additional HP is going to be really important for this team. We move into team 6. I've gone for all Dooms. I've got Arthur, Dahlia on the front row. Arthur to switch with Dahlia. Whenever Dahlia takes action, Arthur will get an additional 3,000% HP, depending on the amount of buffs that we have, and we should have a lot of buffs, considering I've got Victoria in this spot. If you don't have Victoria in this spot, then you replace her with Halissa as well. Halissa will provide a number of buffs to the team, but the reason that I've got Victoria is because she increases defense, and that is what this team is all about. It's all about getting Arthur's HP and defense up as high as possible in order for us to take advantage of his passive abilities. I've also gone with Ophelia because then she pairs very well with Dahlia. Dahlia, when she increases HP, you get 50% of that HP as attack as well, with thanks to Ophelia. And then finally Leviathan on here to reflect back any attacks. So not only are we going to reflect damage enemies, we are also going to reflect back their attacks directly to them, and any debuffs that we do try and pop on the team, or the enemy tries to pop on our team, will be reflected back to them as well. Now, I have gone for the new Barge Relic. The primary reason is because of the 100 Relic energy, but also we gain a flaming point, and each flaming point increases max HP by 1%, so increasing Arthur's HP even further. Effectively, this team is built around getting Arthur's HP up as high as possible so that he can survive, which is why he's gone in this position 1. We also have Audley's at the start of position 1, increase max HP of the hero in position 1, so getting Arthur's HP up as high as possible, because that's what part of his passive does. He does additional reflect damage based on his HP. So when Arthur himself deals reflect damage, he deals additional damage equal to 5% of his max HP, not exceeding 1,000% of Arthur's attack. So getting his attack up and getting his HP up as quickly as possible is the goal for this particular team. We've gone for second relic of Stun Hammer. The Stun Hammer is really, really important this season, or at least in this particular Foggy, because it will apply stun to, I believe it's 3 random enemies. To 1 random enemy, applying stun for 1 round, and also if you have a high enough star level, it will apply it for 2 rounds rather than 1. Then that gets doubled to 4 rounds. So any enemy hit by this stun hammer will in fact get stunned for 4 rounds. So it just takes out 1 of the enemies completely. And then we've gone for healing with scales. The reason that I've gone for healing is because there's no real healer on this team. The only person who does provide any healing is Victoria. And if you are running Halissa over Victoria, there is definitely no healing on this team. Again, when Victoria does damage with her ultimate and her active skill, she will heal the team equal to that amount, I believe, or the amount of damage done, which will hopefully keep us alive for long enough. But if not, we can always fall back on these scales as well. And we also have gone with the 320% attack increase for Dooms. So just keeping it consistent and having having our attack increased as much as possible, our HP increased as much as possible, and dealing as much reflect damage as we possibly can, not getting hit in the process. Now the final team, I've gone with all monarchs. I've got Mavis, I've got Isis and Aphrodite, our 3 Avengers, and then I've also got Pandora and Astrid on here. Astrid will help because all of our team have their speed increased currently by the seasonal buffs, so they'll be getting even more attack. We have Pandora here, who when we do take out an enemy with an action, for example Aphrodite, when she takes out an enemy, will ultimate again. So it's just ultimating Aphrodite as many times as possible. I think I'm going to switch Pandora and Aphrodite round. This slot right here, I believe, gets additional attack increase, and this slot right here will get damage boost. And damage boost is really important when Mavis does go down, because she'll take out the enemy team with her as well. Isis is here in this slot because we want to increase her HP as much as possible. So we increase HP by 500% of the team's max HP, and also she gets 500% HP buff in slot 1 because of the passives that we do have as well. And then finally, gone for the 350% increase in attack to Avengers. Probably could use instead of that is this one right here. Enhanced position 1 at the start of battle. Here on position 1, additionally gains 300% max HP. But we're not going to do that. We're going to see how well Isis can carry in this particular event. I do have her up to 9 stars, so we should start to see a lot from Isis. And that's why I'm quite comfortable running Astrid and Pandora, who are not Avengers, on this team, specifically because they are more likely to go down and not be revived, so more likely to get brought back by Isis. Again, we've got our 5 monarchs, 4 royals, we've got 3 orderlies, 3 Avengers, 2 deviants, 2 celestials, 1 light seeker in the form of Mavis, and then we've got relics. We've got the double ultimates, or double damage effectively, with the lance. We've got Magatama, which will apply the burn, and then we've got the fortitude relic, or the Umbra torch, which will apply that fortitude effect to one of our allies, usually Isis in this front slot. So getting that off and keeping Isis alive for as long as possible, hopefully to revive the team. Again, that is it from me. That is all of my teams. That is all 7. Again, if you are looking for more of this information and more sneak peeks and more previews, then I would suggest joining up, becoming a member, or alternatively just subscribe, and then you'll get them over the course of the next couple of days as well. So thanks very much for watching. I do hope you have a fantastic day, and good luck in whatever it is you're doing.